now on WRDE Coast TV.
A ceremony was held this morning at Johnny Walker Beach to celebrate who Johnny Walker was and what the beach means to so many. The skateboarder who was hit and killed here on Bi-State Boulevard in Del Mar has been identified. What police say led up to his death. This parking lot in downtown Ocean City will soon be empty of cars. When and how long cars won't be able to park.
It was a stormy evening in our area, but that thunderstorm activity has now come to an end. I'll show you how much rain fell in just a few moments.
From the beaches to the bay, coverage you can count on. WRDE Coast TV, your local news at 11 starts right now.
Britt Leone, welcome to Coast TV News at 11. We're starting tonight with a celebration for a man who is near and dear to the Lewis community. They say one man can change the world. And in Lewis, today, many came to honor a dedication for Johnny Walker and the impact he had on the Black community. Coast TV's Carmen Holland shows us how the history of one special beach is not forgotten.
Where this building is today, a Black-owned restaurant once stood on the beach, and this is the man that owned it, Johnny Walker.
It's one of the few places in Sussex County where people from all areas could come and enjoy it.
Previously called Beach 2, this beach is now named in Walker's honor.
Today we got to hear the stories of folks who were kids here and just hear about how he served great burgers and fries and how he hired young people to be lifeguards.
Johnny Walker was a pillar of the Black community in Lewis, and this beach was the only one open to all races during times of segregation.
People had a place to go. Black people had a place to go that they could call their own and enjoy the beach just like anyone else.
And be safe.
Many gathered to celebrate and spread awareness of the history of the beach for the Black community.
There are people who don't look like us who are here to learn. The mayor came, the former mayor, people from the community, and their supporters. So the message gets spread wide and far beyond us.
And the goal of this event is to never forget the Black history in Lewis and what's to come.
The Black community has been a historic part of this area, a part of what has built up the town and a part of what has supported the community and the commerce here.
Keeping that history alive. And one thing is to be proud of it, right? Because it's here, it's still here, and we want it to thrive and really continue and just be that beacon of light here in this area.
The organizers of this event hope to expand this beach to more than just a sign, but to add more signs to talk about the history of this beach and Johnny Walker for future walking tours. In Lewis, I'm Carmen Holland, Coast TV News.
Let's move on to weather now. We're taking a live look into Ocean City with our Embers Dry-Tech camera. It looks like a clear evening, but it's probably feeling pretty hot. Our First Alert meteorologist, Jeanette Gallardo, joins us now. Good evening, Jeanette. How long is it going to feel muggy and hot?
Well, Britt, that mugginess and that heat is going to stick around for a few more days, but we are going to have a cool front by the start of next week. That is finally going to bring us some drier air in place and also some cooler temperatures. But right now, as we take a live look at our Tidal Health camera out of Salisbury, our temperature there is sitting at 73 degrees. You can see that road still looking wet from that rainfall from earlier this afternoon and evening. Let me show you those rain totals at some of our locations, such as Bridgeville, which received over an inch of rainfall, about an inch and 3/10 of an inch of rainfall. Del Mar also sitting at over an inch, along with Seaford. We did see close to a ½ inch in Harbison and in Lewis. Georgetown, though, barely receiving a trace of rain today. Now, as we look at the rest of tonight, we are going to be dealing with those mostly cloudy conditions. We aren't going to be dealing with any more of that rainfall, at least not tonight. I do have some more rainfall in the forecast for tomorrow, but I'll have more details on that in a little bit longer. Back to you, Britt.
Thank you, Jeanette. Moving on, rejoice. The paid parking season in Delmarva is almost over. In Rehoboth, Dewey, Bethany, and Fenwick Island, paid parking ends on September 15th. That's next Friday. There's still more time to wait for Lewis and Ocean City, though,
which end on October 15th and October 31st, respectively. Police have identified the man who died in a crash on Thursday while skateboarding in Del Mar as 27-year-old Wilder Linares Chalel. Police say the crash happened here on Bi-State Boulevard north of Allens Mill Road. Police say it was around 5:51 p.m. when a Tucson was driving on the boulevard while Linares Chalel was riding a motorized skateboard in the middle of that boulevard. Police say Linares Chalel swerved in the Tucson's path. The Tucson tried to avoid hitting him but couldn't. Linares Chalel was hit and pronounced dead after being taken to a hospital nearby. The driver of the Tucson wasn't injured. Starting tomorrow, a major parking lot in Ocean City, the Inlet parking lot, will close to the public. And it's going to close for a while, almost an entire month. That's from Sunday, September 10th through October 8th. Now, a few big events in town are behind this, like Ocean City Bike Fest, Ocean's Calling, and Endless Summer Cruisin'. You can see some video we shot here of the parking lot. It's a big lot that the community relies on for parking downtown, and some locals say they're concerned that shutting down the lot for that extent of time might cause some chaos.
It's definitely going to cause havoc. Where are you going to park? We've been here several times in the last few years, and parking is impossible to begin with unless you have this lot.
The town says the lot will be available after 5 p.m. each day during the Endless Summer Cruisin' event and will reopen for the public to use after 4:30 p.m. on Sunday, October 8th. Maryland fishers, listen up. The Maryland Department of Natural Resources says fishing for white perch, pictured here, is good this week in the lower sections of the region's tidal rivers. The department says anglers are catching large red drumfish near the target area. A few cobia are being caught as well. The department says anglers can expect less boat traffic, good news, on Deep Creek Lake and improved fishing conditions now that we're past Labor Day. Delaware Governor John Carney is expected to sign multiple bills next week. A few of those bills include one with the goal to protect patients from unfair debt collection practices for medical debt, like not allowing large healthcare facilities from charging interest and late fees. Another bill with the goal to protect personal data rights and providing residents of the state to have the right to know what information is being collected about them. Another bill around equity in the school system, providing students encountering inequity in school with non-lawyer advocates to assist them in fighting that inequity. A Berlin woman has won the Maryland Lottery's 50th anniversary Cash Bash event last night, taking home $100,000. You can see 63-year-old Virginia Mayo Holland holding her prize there. I love to see that smile. Holland was one of 10 finalists who had been randomly selected from more than 3.3 million entries in the Cash Bash. That's pretty lucky. Holland says her strategy behind the numbers she selected was meaningful to her. She said she chose numbers that were, quote, my husband's age and my number of children. Holland says she plans to use the money to improve her and her family's lives.
I'm Madeline Overturf. Here's a look at just some of the things happening across Delmarva. Bicycles are now allowed again on the Ocean City Boardwalk. Skateboarding is not allowed quite yet. That restriction ends October 1st. Access to westbound 50 and 301 will be restricted in Queen Anne's County. That's to help reroute drivers and keep Main Street open for emergency responders. The changes will be in place for 3 weekends starting Saturday, September 16th. In Chincoteague, a number of trails in the Wildlife Refuge are closed. As officials spray to remove Phragmites, some parts are closed until Sunday morning. That's a look at just some of the things happening across Delmarva. I'm Madeline Overturf.
President Joe Biden is at this year's G20 summit today in India. About 20 leaders around the world are in New Delhi for the annual meeting of the world's top economies. Leaders announced a range of new infrastructure and investment projects, including an economic corridor that will connect India, the Middle East, and Europe.
Today, I'm proud to announce that we've finalized a historic agreement for a new India, Middle East, Europe economic corridor. As a key part of this corridor, we're going to invest in ships and rail that extends from India all the way to Europe, connected by the UAE, Saudi Arabia, Jordan, and Israel.
Biden went on to say the United States is investing in infrastructure around the world, including solar energy site and small manufacturing facility, an electric city project in New Delhi. There's more news to cover tonight. Lifeguards are hanging up their whistles until next summer. Why you should think twice before going for a swim in Dewey Beach. Honoring those who served. Operation Seize the Day making a comeback to the coast. But first, cars soon won't be able to drive in this parking lot. Some locals saying it's going to cause chaos. We're back in just 60 seconds.
Hepatitis C, don't just treat it, crush it with Maverick.
Conquer it with Maverick.
Cure it with Maverick. Maverick cures all types of Hep C.
In only 8 weeks.
The virus multiplies daily and can damage the liver over time. Maverick stops Hep C and cures it. If you've had hepatitis B, it may flare up and cause serious liver problems during and after treatment. Tell your doctor if you've had Hep B, a liver or kidney transplant, other liver problems, HIV, other medical conditions, and all your medicines. Do not take Maverick with atazanavir or rifampin. Report right away yellow skin, stomach pain or swelling, confusion and bleeding or bruising.
Hep C, crush it with Maverick.
Conquer it with Maverick.
Cure it in only 8 weeks. See Hep C gone with Maverick.
Ask your doctor about Maverick. AbbVie could help you save.
Monday at 4 on Coast Life. Unlock the power of reading with Summer Method for dyslexic individuals. Boost your business with Preston Automotive's top-notch commercial event. Plus, more on Coast Life. Monday at 4 on Coast TV.
A lot has happened across Delmarva this week. Coast TV's Mallory Metzner has you covered in our Week in Review.
The body of a swimmer that went missing Sunday was on North Shores Beach Monday morning. An ambulance was sent to the scene, but he was quickly pronounced dead. The section of Route 1 in front of the Rehoboth Beach Walmart is set to receive a facelift. The 2 turn lanes to enter the mall parking lot will be reduced to 1 lane, while the U-turn lane at the intersection of Old Landing Road will be extended. The Ocean City Inlet parking lot is closing for almost a month for a variety of events approaching that utilize it for their festivities. That caused controversy among Ocean City locals who are worried about the closure causing a parking overflow on town streets. Online sports betting is coming to Delaware. Though in-person betting has been legal in the state for over 10 years, now you'll be able to make bets from the comfort of your own home. Speaking of sports, live University of Delaware sports are coming to the Delmarva Sports Network this fall. Sports include football, soccer, field hockey, and more. It all starts with men's soccer versus William & Mary on September 9th. For your Week in Review, I'm Mallory Metzner.
Still ahead from the air, this land is watched closely by people in Lewis, how volunteers aim to preserve the property.
We had a few showers and thunderstorms this afternoon and evening. I'm going to time out some more showers on the way for tomorrow after this break.
When you visit the Delmarva Design Center, you'll experience a selection of appliances, cabinetry, countertops, tile, and flooring all together in one showroom. The 10,000 square foot location has a variety of inspiring samples for any project size or budget. Your dedicated product experts and designers collaborate to bring your dream project to life. Come and see what the kitchen industry buzz is all about. Experience the Delmarva Design Center in Selbyville, Delaware, serving all of Delmarva's coast.
The world's #1 selling farm tractor. Easy to operate and more powerful than your average tractor. Mahindra tractors. Push more, pull more, lift more. With more torque and lower engine maintenance, Mahindra tractors are rugged and tough. We know how much you love your land, so we want you to love your tractor. Get your next Mahindra tractor today. Southern States of Milford, improving farming and improving life. Rooted since 1948.
Success isn't just about money, it's about finding your purpose, building something you're passionate about, empowering people, and creating joy for others. We serve happiness, and great success is built on great relationships. That's why 15 years ago, I partnered with County Bank. County Bank believed in my vision. They helped me expand my business to new heights. Their commitment to personalized service, innovative solutions, and strong community ties makes County Bank the perfect partner for my journey to success.
Where legendary locals bank. County Bank, member FDIC.
The Queen approacheth.
The termite queen can lay between 20 and 30,000 eggs a day and can live for 50 years. And those millions of termites can eat over $5 billion a year in damage. Take your home off the menu with termite protection by Brazier's Pest Control. The experts at Brazier's use over 40 years experience to administer the best protection in America, 6 times faster than Bates, with long-lasting protection. Call Brazier's now and defend your castle.
It has been another hot and steamy day across Delmarva. It seems like we can't really catch a break from this heat. Now, we are going to finally get some cooler weather next week. I'll have more on that in just a few moments. But first, let's take a look at our Tidal Health camera in Salisbury, where you can still see the road looking a little wet from that rain that we had earlier this afternoon and evening. But first, I want to talk about that heat. We did reach a high of 88 in Georgetown today. Now, that wasn't exactly record-breaking, but it is definitely above the average of 82 degrees. Even our low temperature, the normal, is for 63 degrees. We've seen a temperature of 71 as our low. That was at around 8:38 this evening. Now, let's take a look at that rain activity that we saw earlier this afternoon and evening. Quite a bit of rainfall across Sussex County, though not everybody did pick up on this rain. We did see the most amount of rainfall out of Bridgeville at a little bit over an inch, whereas in Georgetown, well, we managed to pick up about a trace of rainfall, but don't worry, we do have a little bit more of rain on the way this week. Tonight, though, that rain is over. We are going to see those mostly cloudy skies, temperature at around 71 for a low, with a little bit of patchy fog developing through the early morning hours. The reason for that is we have these very muggy conditions. So when our dew point and air temperature meet, that's when you get fog, and we are going to see that dew point close to 70 degrees. Even the rest of this week, you'll notice that dew point between 65 and 70, and that is right around where our low temperature is going to be as well. So you can expect some morning fog for much of this weekend and next week as well. Let's take a look at your forecast for tomorrow. We are going to see those temperatures a little bit cooler than today, about 80 degrees by 2 p.m., but we are also going to be dealing with those scattered showers and thunderstorms again. So let's take a look at that future radar image. This is about 8 a.m. Sunday. Western Sussex County is going to be dealing with a little bit of that shower activity, and that is going to be spreading eastward as we head into midday and onward. We'll still see a few showers in the evening time, but overnight, I think it's going to be mostly quiet. And then come Monday, we see another chance for some rain and thunderstorm activity. Now let's shift over to the tropics. I am still keeping a close eye on Hurricane Lee, which is currently a Category 2 storm, still expected to strengthen back up to a Category 4 and then weakening. But I know the real question is, where is it going? Well, it's still pretty far out, still a little bit uncertain, but it seems like we are coming into agreement that its track is going to stay away from the East Coast. We are still expecting impacts in the form of those strong rip currents and that high surf. So still a potentially dangerous situation out in the waters, but as of now, it does look like that storm is going to stay away from the coast, at least those direct impacts. Now here's a look at your Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling 7-day forecast. Those showers and thunderstorms still expected for tomorrow, especially during the afternoon. Monday, looking at that as well. And then next week, notice those temperatures in the 70s by the middle of the week and onward.
Awesome. Thank you, Jeanette. A reminder, you can hear Coast TV News and weather updates throughout the day on our family of radio stations. That's Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3 FM on 93.5 The Beach and on Big 107.7. With what seems to be constant development in Lewis, a new opportunity has been presented to protect 89 acres of land. This is in addition to a 30-acre parcel of land known as the 4th Street Preserve. Meteorologist Jeanette Gallardo, you just saw her, spoke to members of the Open Space Alliance to learn more on how this property, if preserved, will be utilized.
Art Negron, an 89-acre parcel of open land next to the village of 5 Points, is in the process of being preserved by the Open Space Alliance. Their mission now is to raise awareness.
Both public and private funding are crucial. It's about It's 18.3 million we're raising, and it's almost exactly half and half public versus private funding.
All of the recent development has brought concern among community members.
If you look at a map of the city of Lewis and the area outside of the city limits, you can see that other than the Great Salt Marsh, which is protected, Lewis Beach and Cape Henlopen, there's very little green space left.
The Ardena Grande parcel will be utilized for what's called passive recreation, such as hiking and biking trails.
And with that passive recreation comes the ability for maybe a little bit of mental relief for people, that they can easily find a place to go and enjoy nature, enjoy some peace.
The Open Space Alliance has been receiving an outpour of support already, and so they are feeling hopeful that both the 4th Street Preserve and the Ardena Grande property, which I am standing on right now, are both projects expected to move forward. In Lewis, I'm meteorologist Jeanette Gallardo, Coast TV News.
After the break here on Coast TV News at 11, lifeguards hanging up their whistles until next summer, why you should think before going for a swim in Dewey Beach, and honoring those who served Operation Seize the Day, making a comeback to the coast. That's next when we return after this.
Now at Hardee's, 2 hand-breaded chicken tender wraps are only $5. Choose one of 5 flavors for endless combinations, including new Nashville Hot. 2 wraps, just $5. Hardee's, goodness in the making. Get exclusive offers on the Hardee's app.
All the natural light of the great outdoors, right in your dining room. Shell Brothers, find your great indoors. All the solitude of the outdoors, without the bad Wi-Fi connection. Shell Brothers, find your great indoors.
Are you troubled by strange smells, uncomfortable rooms, or mold in your home?
Do you experience feelings of dread when you enter your crawl space or attic?
Does your home suffer from slopes, sags, or other structural concerns? If the answer is yes, pick up your phone and call the home performance professionals like FLC Energy.
Don't just treat the systems in your house. Treat your house as the system and call FLC.
We're ready to believe you.
We just bought our first home. Sure, there's a lot to fix and money's tight, but thanks to my husband, we're keeping our spirits high and all our costs low. Because with him, the glass is always half full. Babe, got it. Even if it's leaking.
You're always there for them.
Of course.
And we're always here for you. Food Lion, here for every moment.
Make dinner good tonight with Hardee's new chicken tender platters. Crunchy, juicy tenders, all dipped in buttermilk and hand-breaded. With a thick slice of garlicky Texas toast, seasoned crinkle fries, slaw, and choice of sauce. Hardee's, goodness in the making.
Operation Seize the Day is celebrating 10 years of giving back to those who sacrifice for their country. Coast TV News reporter Charles Reinert shows us why this means so much to military families.
Sports cars and American flags covered Bethany Beach, Fenwick Island, and Selbyville today. Operation Seize the Day made its return to show its support for military families and veterans.
Amazing, patriotic, family fun.
The organization brings wounded veterans to Bethany Beach for a beach vacation where they can relax with their families, as well as a parade and other events. Over 100 businesses have offered gift cards and discounts to the families as well. Jen Fitzsimmons says it's the least that can be done.
It's bringing veterans who have been through so much. They're wounded veterans that have suffered great loss, and their families have gone right along on that ride with them.
A parade that began in Bethany Beach and ended in Selbyville brought hundreds of people waving flags and welcoming the veterans home. Shafiq has served his country all over the world and says the public support means so much to him.
That's literally the American dream.
I mean, honestly, what else better feeling is there to know that you do everything you can for your own country, and then everyone else is able to give that right back to you.
23 families have been invited this year, all to enjoy their time along our coast.
Operation Seize the Day finished today with a concert, but festivities are expected to continue throughout the weekend. I'm Charles Reiner in Selbyville, Coast TV News.
You won't see lifeguards on Dewey Beach after this weekend. We spoke with some people on why this is worrisome, especially with the high rip current warnings in effect for next week. People just,
you know, they think the ocean's a big swimming pool. And so they hop in and they just go for it, and they don't realize what they're getting themselves into.
if you do find yourself in a rip current, never fight the water and swim parallel to the shoreline. The Dewey Beach Patrol reminds people to never swim beyond their limits. It might be after Labor Day, but lifeguards at Cape Henlopen State Park and Delaware Seashore State Park South Inlet are going to stay for a few weekends more. That's according to DENREC. Though these beaches are usually unguarded after Labor Day. The department says significant growth in State Park Beach Patrol guards this year has allowed them to stay. They say guards will be on duty on Saturdays and Sundays through September 24th, and the beaches will be unguarded during the week.
It has been another hot and steamy day across Delmarva, but we do have some cooler weather on the way. I'll let you know when after this break.
It's Rudy Marine's end-of-season blowout sale. Model line clearance leftovers and closeouts. No reasonable offer refused and trade-ins accepted. Free storage and spring 24 delivery. Route 113 Dagsboro, Rudy Marine, where family boating begins.
It's Ocean Down's $25,000 cash splash sweepstakes. Earn scratch-off cards to win prizes. Plus, swipe on September 29th to activate your entries for a chance at a special delivery of $25,000 cash. Ocean Downs Casino, where the fun shines.
Turn your vision into a reality with Capstone Homes Design Center, bringing personalization, luxury, and quality all into one location, where you'll meet with our certified design consultant that'll show you exactly what you're choosing, so you can make the best choice for you when designing your new home. From first home to vacation houses, we build and design homes for everyone. Set up your appointment now and design your dream home today at Capstone Homes.
Party decor and more. The store that has all your party supply needs. Festive holiday decor. Game day team supplies. Balloons that are safe for the sky. Announcing a special surprise. And of course, something for every birthday year that flies by. Party decor and more. The only party store at the beach. Midway Shopping Center in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware.
Where's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy?
It's Planet Fitness!
With free fitness training and equipment for every workout. Join the judgment-free zone today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, cancel anytime. Deal ends Wednesday, September 13th.
It's Rudy Marine's end-of-season blowout sale. Model line clearance leftovers and closeouts. No reasonable offer refused and trade-ins accepted. Free storage and spring 24 delivery. Route 113 Dagsboro, Rudy Marine, where family boating begins.
Here is a final look at your Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling 10-day forecast. Some scattered showers for tomorrow and Monday. Notice that temperature though. Wednesday, finally that high in the 70s thanks to a cold front lasting through the week.
Thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 11. For more news and local weather, download our Coast TV News app. Saturday Night Live starts right now. Have a wonderful night.